I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and here today with me is Ranj Pillai. He's Deputy Premier for Yukon, and he's Minister of a number of different departments.
In the Yukon, also have the responsibility as Minister of Energy, Mines and Resources, Minister of Economic Development, and Minister also responsible for the Yukon Energy Corporation and Development Corporation. So excited to be here in Denver. Lots of buzz centered around the Yukon. Just a few hours away from Victoria Gold, pouring first gold in what's going to be the largest gold mine in Yukon history.
Yeah, so that's very exciting news. Tell me a little bit about how Victoria Gold got to that point. What have they been doing to work with the government? I know there's been a lot of collaboration there.
Just a phenomenal example of great partnerships all around. John McConnell and his team have done a really fantastic job, first of all, working with the local First Nation government there, Natchinaik Dun. It's been a relationship that they've built over a number of years. For us as the regulator, they've been such a professional organization to deal with. And just even on the build out, they've done just an unbelievable job of ensuring that we have local opportunities for the contractors as well as for local employment. It's been a big driver. Of course, we have the lowest unemployment in Canada at about 2.7% this month, and it's been that way for a number of years. And this project has really been key to that, to those great economic indicators.
Tell me a little bit more about the regulatory process that companies need to go through up there to get a mine into production.
We have a one-stop shop when it comes to what we have is the ESSA process, our environmental process. In other parts of Canada, there's a provincial and then a federal, and so there would be two different processes that would have to go through. In the Yukon, it's very specific. It's just one process that melds all that together. So they had gone through a ESSA process, which then leads to some work with our Department of Energy, Mines and Resources to gain their quartz mining license, and then from there they also go through a process to receive their water license. So of course they went through all those steps, and now everybody's quite excited about what's about to happen today.
So it's quite a smooth and consolidated process that they've gone through. And I know there's also a lot of geologic potential. Can you talk about some of the other Yukon advantages that companies working up there have?
Yeah, I think that a lot of individuals, whether they're investors or companies that are looking to broaden their portfolio, would believe that we're quite remote. Yes, we're in the north, but we are close to 3 deepwater ports. We have over 5,000 kilometers of road infrastructure. We have over 20 airports and aerodromes, an international airport. So a lot of infrastructure on the ground, and then just so much potential that's been discovered, and then of course so much potential yet to be discovered. Unbelievable geological potential. Varies, of course. There's a number of companies that are here, whether it be ATAC, who's here and with Canada's only Carlin-style deposit, or you look at companies like Casino, Western Copper, and White Gold that are really focused on something that's been quite special in the White Gold District. Of course, that led to a project that was led by Goldcorp, and now it's been acquired by Newmont. Also, there's another region, the Keno region, which is famous for its silver deposit, and Alexco is here as well, and for the show this week. So just shows you how much things vary. On the horizon, we're pretty excited. There's companies now that are moving on to the later stages of our process of permitting, such as BMC, which has been quiet, but just a really strong management team, international team that's moving forward on a very significant zinc project called Kutsakaya. So excited to see what's going to happen in the next 24 months with them. And at the same time, now with the acquisition of Newmont as the lead versus Goldcorp on the coffee project, and excited about that moving forward. And some other projects in the area that are going back into production. Pembridge Resources now coming in and taking on the Minto project, which they have purchased from Capstone. So a lot of activity and still a lot of potential as we look forward.
Yeah, so end of 2019 and into 2020, there will be plenty going on up there.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, we have mines reopening, and then of course our two next mines that are going into production being the BMC project and as well as the coffee project. So and again, really exciting when you look at White Gold and Casino, and Casino is such a massive project. Almost 18 million ounces of gold, and the White, which just, it seems every time there's drills in the ground and their exploration teams are out, there's something exciting happening around those projects, and ATAC continuing to put up really significant numbers on their projects. So, it's also, our government is we understand the importance of mining in the Yukon. Yukoners support mining. There's a long history going back to the Klondike Gold Rush. And people celebrate it, and they've worked in the industry, and they understand how positive the industry can be for our communities. So as a government, we're very supportive. We're continuously trying to ensure that we improve our regulatory process by eliminating duplication where we can. And also, right now we're undertaking a very significant project where we're looking at building road infrastructure. We have the total project is just under $500 million. So roads going into 3 different areas now that are going to open up more potential or improve existing roads that are there. And also just some of the main arteries through the territory. We just announced another project where we'll, over the short run, spend about $160 million improving the roadway between Whitehorse and Dawson. So a lot of money on infrastructure, whether it be roads, airports, and continuously looking to ensure that we have a labor force that can support these projects in a robust economy that we have.
And of course, part of the excitement right now is the higher gold price. Are you seeing any of that reflect back onto the companies up there?
Yeah, I mean, we're a destination for gold exploration. I think last year we were in the top 5 sort of expenditures in Canada when it came to exploration, and about 2/3 of that was spent on looking, explorers looking for gold. I think what we'll see is we've seen this price increase. It'll be interesting going into the fall and the winter to see how our companies, how the investors respond to our companies in the district, and based on the fact that there's such a significant price increase. But I think it bodes well for the Yukon. And as a government, we also want to see significant deposits in copper and zinc and silver, so that we can diversify sort of the projects that are happening. So we always have continuous activity, even though you have to go through the fluctuations of commodity prices.
Okay, that's a great update, and that's everything from me, unless there's anything else you would want to leave the audience with for now.
No, just really excited for Gold Pour today, and I think for everybody, just keep your eyes on Victoria Gold. Exciting story, a team that really put their shoulders behind the project, and now we're excited about what we're going to see today.
Once again, I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and this is Ranj Pillai.